Hi, I'm Louisa Atto. I'm a creative writer, all-around creative writer. I write books, young adult books mostly, and then I also write video games as well. I work with a company called Sweet Baby Inc. My first book came out in February 2021, and my second book is coming out this summer, 2022. I recently started writing video games, and it's been a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of really cool projects, and it's been a very cool learning experience. I've been into games since I was a kid. I originally kind of got very interested with Final Fantasy VII, which is the first role-playing game, the first RPG I played. And RPGs now are like my favorite genre, so that's probably why. And Final Fantasy is my favorite franchise, I guess, as a result of that as well. But what I really liked about that game in particular is that it taught me a lot about narrative and how to tell a story, the different elements you use to tell a story, and also just like how important character is. So I guess from then until now, like I've always been interested in video games and in writing games. And I think just in general, with my love of stories, because I think it, like being both a young adult writer and a games writer, I just really enjoy how stories connect people, and how we can really just learn empathy, I think, first and foremost from telling stories. I feel like I'm inspired by like everything. I'm a very like emotional person, so a lot of things will just inspire me to like create, or like they'll just give me weird ideas. I think first and foremost, I enjoy when people are very vulnerable, as strange as that might sound, but I think it's always nice to be reminded that we're all the same. And I think when people are vulnerable, that's when you really get a glimpse into someone's inner workings and you're like, oh, I'm just like that person, or I can relate to that. So things like empathy and connection are usually what draws me back to myself. But then I guess also in a different sense, I also love seeing people excel at things that I also want to be good at. So it just, I don't know, it's like one of those things, it's much more tangible, I guess, but seeing someone practice something and get better at it is always nice, because then it reminds me, like, if I practice, then I probably can improve as well. So pretty much the main thing. When I was like a kid and a teenager, I was all over the place. So I feel like I would have a lot of things to say to her. First and foremost, to continue, like just to keep going. And I guess like don't sacrifice your hobbies for anything, and don't like allow someone to tell you that what you are doing is not good. Not in the sense that like what you're producing is not good, but in the sense that like you writing stuff, creating stuff, like following your interest, that is not valid. Like not allowing someone to tell you that. And then I guess honestly, I would probably also tell her to stop doing things that you don't want to do, because it's taking up a lot of your time that you will need, and that you could definitely apply to the things that you enjoy. I just think now I feel really fortunate to kind of be in the position that I'm in, to be able to tell stories and like interact with people who also love stories. Because once again, I think a younger version of myself could not conceive of that being like a legitimate job path or like a legitimate life or anything. So it's just, yeah, it's just really cool that this has all kind of come to fruition like this.